Let's start the new article. Variation in the gravitational acceleration g with the depth from the surface of the earth. An arrangement you can see from this figure. Here the earth is there and a particle of mass m which is at the point P, and it is having the depth d from the surface of the earth. Means it is at the radius re minus d from the center of the earth. So here what we have to consider, a particle of mass m which is at point P and at the depth d from the earth's surface. And so here for this particle the distance what we have to consider is re minus d from the center of the earth. And here the concept of the small sphere and large sphere will be come. And here we have to find out the gravitational force on this particle. Then we can imagine the earth is made up of a small solid sphere with radius r is equal to re minus d and another spherical shell of thickness d and this is over the small solid sphere. So this particle at point P is situated inside the hollow spherical shell. So actually it is in this first combination of the earth's surface and it is in the hollow spherical shell, and hence the gravitational force on this particle due to shell is zero because it is inside, and so there is no effect of outer surface. Moreover, this particle is also on the outer surface of the small sphere of radius r. And hence at this condition we can have the value of gravitational force. By considering the mass m will be now reduced to m dash of the small sphere at its center O, and therefore the density of the earth we can calculate. So suppose first of all, if the density of the earth is rho, then rho is equal to total mass divided by total volume. And here the total mass is the mass of Earth and volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. But instead of r, here I am writing the radius of the Earth, re cube. So this is the first equation in this particular article. And therefore, the mass of small sphere of radius small r is given by m dash is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho, just by the use of equation number 1. And therefore the gravitational acceleration at point P is given by g of r is equal to gm dash divided by r square, that is equal to g over r square into 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho, and hence here r square is cancelled out by r cube is equal to g into pi into rho into r, and 4 by 3 is as it is. So this is equation number 3 actually, g of r. And from this equation, the value of gravitational acceleration at the surface of the Earth. So for the surface of the Earth, I can substitute small r is equal to re. Therefore, GE is equal to 4 by 3 pi into G into rho into Re, and that is now equation number 4. Now I can take the ratios of equation number 4 and equation number 3. So dividing equation 3 by 4, we will get G of R divided by GE is equal to small r divided by RE. And this is most important result, equation number 5, or you can write down in terms of the relation GR is equal to GE into R over RE. So any one equation you can use, and in both the equations we can say that the gravitational acceleration is depending upon or directly proportional to the distance from the center of the Earth. So as the depth increases, that means distance will be decreased, and so the value of gravitational acceleration will also decrease. And similarly, as the depth decreases, the value of r increases, and g of r will also increase. And such kind of relation can be given by this relation that g of r is equal to gme over r square. But here we can see as the value of r increases, the value of gravitational acceleration is also increasing. But this is possible whenever the distance is equal to re or less than re. But when the value of r is greater than the radius of the earth, then we have the relation in this way. So it is inversely proportional. And so let's see the characteristic curve of gr versus r. So here is the relation. You can see from the distance r is equal to re or r less than or equal to re. The value of gravitational acceleration was directly proportional to r. But as soon as r greater than re, the value of gravitational acceleration is inversely proportional to r square, and hence we can see after the radius of the earth is covered out, then the shape is like parabolic, and here first of all it is only in the negative side. Now by substituting the value r is equal to re minus d, we can get the equation of gravitational acceleration at the depth. And so the equation will look like g of d is equal to ge over re. See, I am substituting this result in equation number 6. And instead of r, now I am putting re minus d is equal to ge into 1 minus d over re, which is result number 7. And this is the value of gravitational acceleration in terms of depth. Now, as we have seen, the gravitational acceleration at the depth d has a smaller value than that at the Earth's surface. So as I told you, as the depth decreases, the value of r increases. But here the depth is increasing and the value of r is decreasing. So at the gr, the value will also decrease. Now, the acceleration due to Earth's gravity is maximum on its surface. That means at r is equals to re, the value of ge is maximum. And from there on going above or below, it decreases. So at r greater than re or r less than re, the value of g will decrease as we have seen in the graph, and it becomes 0 at the Earth's center. So the value of gravitation acceleration is 0 at center of the Earth. And this is most important MCQ. Now we will see the last effect in this particular article, in which there is a variation with the latitude due to Earth's rotation.